All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, welcome to the podcast. My name is Culdaet, and today is gonna be a blazer. Today is gonna be a blazer, because I'm really, really excited for the podcast. Last week we dropped a podcast, and we getting some views. I mean, it's not a lot, but we getting some views, and I'm really excited that we cranking right now. My counterpart is not here today. Trey Money V, he's out there making some money, and I'm out here all through with the podcast today. And I'm actually, like I said, I'm very excited because it's the beginning of kind of like the beginning of the year, and we rolling in podcasts and videos and stuff like that. What am I doing with my life? I've been sitting in the studio. I've been making beats. I've been playing with camera. I've been playing with lights. I've been playing with a lot of things, but most importantly, I've been in the studio trying to cook some music. And talking of music, I've been surfing on the internet, and I've come across some good artists. Like I've come across some good arts, and it's just amazing. And today we're gonna be talking about that today. So if you just joined, it's the Black Tantrum Records podcast. We already dropped episode 1, and we're gonna be dropping episode 2. Unfortunately, Trey Money is not here today. Trey Money, it's that one little guy. Sits close to me. shout outs to any Shout outs to the the new viewers and new listeners. Shout outs to my brother K. He's in New York. Shout outs to Big Johnny out in Virginia, and also Big Kobina. He's also doing pretty well. And these are typical Ghanaian names. I'm a typical Ghanaian. I'm sitting here today. Make sure you watch to the end and you listen to the end. It's going to be streaming on Spotify. It's also going to be streaming on Apple Podcast as well. I don't know what Apple calls it, but it's going to be on iTunes. If you have iTunes, you should be able to stream it from your device. So yeah, so like I said, I was going through some music, and I've come across some amazing music. I'm gonna talk about this artist. It's called AV. Um, AV actually caught my attention because all through my music career, I just want to make something really different. Make something that is quite unique, and that kind of stems from the Highlife, uh, genre. And I think the Highlife genre is kind of dying down. Looking back in the day where Highlife was the thing, and they even had something called Burger Highlife, which was even way heavier. And I don't really see these music being made. Nigerians are doing pretty well. Um, gone are the days in around 2000s. Flavor and Them's Flavor, he was a Nigerian artist too. He was coming in with that High Life, but I don't see people doing a lot of High Life. But then I came across AV, Nigerian artist. He's doing tremendous and tremendously well. His music is really simply High Life, and I love that. It really inspired me, and I started even playing with the beats and how it was made. There's another guy, Kelvin Boy. Kevin Boy is actually doing pretty well as well, and he also dropped a kind of similar tune to what AV did on some of his songs, and it was straight High Life. And also Basket Mouth. Basket Mouth dropped an album, and there was one song called Ghana Jollof. Ghana Jollof. And it goes like Ghana Jollof, yeah. There was an artist called Kobna Kobna here. I actually did that chorus. So I'm starting to see a lot of High Life, in the system. I feel like Ghanaians, are are, I don't know. I mean, it's like the epitome of high life, but I don't see them doing it a lot. I see, Kofi Kinata doing his own thing. With some high life, you could see is kind of like modernized high life. I'm talking about the the unfiltered, unsieved high life, and that AV guy, like I said, really, really, really hit my ears with it, and it's crazy, it's crazy. So check him out. Check him out. I'm actually gonna put his picture out there. I can't play his music because we they're gonna censor it out. But check Avia out. But all that I'm saying is high life is one genre that we can't forget. We have to make high life music. High life music is the definition of African music. It's the definition of African music. Before all these pop, influences and hip hop influences came in, high life was what we used to dance to. And just to see it kind of like go away, little by little, it's kind of going away. When we talk about Afrobeats, we talking about all these kind of pop, pop centered kind of songs, and that's not what that's not what we were doing back in the day. So AV, shout outs to you, AV. You doing pretty well. I like your music. I'm an artist myself, but I like your music a lot. A lot of people be like, "Oh, you're an artist, why you like somebody's?" I mean, you gotta like somebody. You gotta be a fun before you become a star. So, AV, I like your music a lot. Yeah. So back to what I was talking about. High life is one of the genres that shapes African people. I mean, if you're not African and they play high life, you would not know, you wouldn't understand what they're talking about. It's a spirited kind of music form. So I was glad that AV was doing it. All right, let's talk about Ghana. Kelvin Boy is also doing it back in Ghana. He dropped the music. He dropped some song. I like the lyrics. I like the vibe. Has the high life feel. To be honest, I don't really care if it's English and it's high life. It has a high life touch to it. Hallelujah. Our culture keeps, its richness, and that's what I came across this week. This week has been it's been a nice week actually. I've been working out back in the gym. Keeping shape. Keeping shape is very, very, very important. To health. To health, and it's been wonderful. It's been wonderful. So, like I said, Africa is evolving. High life. I think we're picking it up. Got to do a good job. And myself, I'm part of it. I have an album that I'm about to drop. It's called Simply Fancy. Simply Infante. Infante. It's basically a dialect in Ghana, spoken by the Fantis, and I'm Fanti. So I'm gonna be dropping an album called Simply Fanti, and it's gonna be straight high life, straight high life. So if you guys, listen to Probable and on all those guys back in the day, you are gonna love this album, and I'm really, really excited. It's gonna drop soon. We just gotta work hard and get it out. Yeah. So high life. Any new artists, if you're a new artist out there, you thinking about rapping and all these things, pick a high life or a high life beat and do your own thing on it. I like the what's the name what's the name of this guy? Black Sharif is doing. Black Sharif has some sort of high life to it. That's why it's capturing people, guys. His high life, tonal kind of chorus. He could do that on a drill beat, and that's what captivates people. High life is a spirited kind of melody or genre. Like I said, it really connects with the African people. It doesn't really matter. You could be Senegalese, you could be Cote d'Ivoire, you could be South Africa, or you could be whatever. It just works really well. And like I said, I'm yet to drop some Highlife songs myself. Look out for that album. It's gonna be Simply Infante, Simply Fante. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. And I'm gonna make sure I drop some tunes in there. All right, so that's all I got. That's all I got for today's podcast. This is a short one. But let me know what you're working on. And this is what I would say. If you're working on anything, it's either music, podcast, you're doing some video work, you're doing some audio work, you're in the studio trying to build a studio up, trying to up your quality, you trying to shoot more videos, whatever that you're trying to do, I entreat you to do it. I mean, start from scratch and hope that you're gonna get there. There's this audiobook that I'm listening. Let me see if I can actually get the actual audiobook. Came across it, I liked it, and I was listening to it. And it's talking about the brain. It's talking about the human brain. It's talking about the neocortex. And actually, give me a second. I'm actually gonna pull this out. And the author is talking about how the brain works and how sophisticated the brain is, which people don't even know. So it's funny, but I came across this thing. Sorry. Yeah. So I got the book right here. It's 1,000 Brains by Jeff Hawkins. 1,000 Brains by Jeff Hawkins. And it's a new theory of intelligence. And I was reading that book. That's one of the things I was doing this week. Actually, this month. And it's talking about the neocortex of our brain. So our brain is demarcated into different parts. The neocortex is responsible for the intelligence part of your brain. So anytime you learn, it goes into the neocortex. I'm trying to make sure. 5 squares were. And sorry about that. So the neocortex is responsible for the smart part of you. So whenever you learn certain things, your neocortex is improving and you are becoming intelligent. And me, I'm one person. I don't learn one thing. I learn a lot of things. I learn video. I learn audio. I learn internet. I code. And it's so funny. I was even thinking about like coding in general. It just opens your mind. It opens some parts of your mind that, nobody, the people that are not coding, they're not gonna get that. It opens like a page in your mind. And, I was just listening to the book and it was talking about the neocortex and I was thinking, damn, so this is the secret of how people become so intelligent, and some parts of the book is saying that the more you learn different things, the more you learn things around you, you, when you were born on this earth, you didn't know how to do anything. The neocortex was responsible for saving everything that you learned. So comes down to what I was saying. If you're creating anything, you are building that part of you. A lot of people say, oh, why are you learning this? And why are you not this? And why are you learning so many things, at a time? It doesn't matter. You're actually building your intelligence. There's so many things that that person do not know. Simple. And it comes down to this book. And, so I want you to learn as much as you could. It doesn't matter. Learn how the internet works. Learn how music is done. Learn anything. This is just a side note. This is not part of the main focus of the podcast, but I want you to be strong and learn and improve your neocortex and improve your intelligence. Intelligence is not all about school. It's all around you. You can learn new things. You know how to drive a car. You know, the same person sitting right there do not know how to drive a car, and you're a little bit more intelligent than that person. You know, so intelligence is the more you know about how things work, about how things are done, and that's what you're doing. So you're creating a video. That's what you can do, but how many people could do that? You know, so to this comes the end of the podcast, and I'll see you guys next week. Next week, I'm going to have Trey Money here, and we're going to be talking about more music, more insight in music. This podcast is all about music and nothing more. Once in a while, I'll throw something in there, but it's all geared towards music. So, if you don't follow my Instagram, like I said, my Instagram is Mr. Culdaet. You can also follow me on Twitter, Tommy Culdaet. You can also follow me on YouTube, on Culdaet, and also Black Tantrum Records. That's where this podcast will be at. So I want you to follow me on there as well. And shout out to everybody, and keep creating. I'm out of here.